to Taylor Jenkins Reid.
I bought a new fountain pen. This is my latest obsession, fountain pens. I received this one a couple months ago. I think it was in the August cloth and paper sub box. This is the Jinhao 35 fountain pen, and I love this pen so much. I've been using it in my planner every day. I love that it doesn't look like a fountain pen. The barrel is just so sleek and chic. I feel inclined to, I don't know, just expand on the collection. So I purchased the Pilot Kakuno fountain pen. This was $19.95, which is similar price if you were to buy the Jinhao 35. I don't have any knowledge or recognition of what is considered as a good fountain pen. I just love the way that it writes. I love when I'm writing in my planner. You do have to fill this up with ink once you run out. I personally don't mind, taking out the ink bottle and filling it back up with ink. But this one is a little different. This has cartridges, which I believe is supposed to make things easier. Let's fill her up with ink. Oh my gosh, it is so nice. I really, really like this. It's so pretty. So I think this pen came in a couple of different colors, but I decided to go with the clear, transparent white. When I posted this last week in my Instagram stories, one of my planner friends mentioned that there might be a happy place on the nib. And I wasn't at home at the time when I saw her message. So when I got home, I checked. Sure enough, there's a cute happy face on the nib. Okay, lucky for me, this pen comes with an ink cartridge, so I'm just going to use this first and then save these for later. I'm gonna set up for next week in my planner. Okay, I think I'm gonna try using this, not in place of this, but I think it'd just be nice to have maybe this one in my planner. I have no idea why I got a new fountain pen because I do love my Jinhao 35 so much, but I think I'm just curious in trying something else. So I'm gonna use the Kakuno Pilot pen to set up next week in my planner. Here are my first impressions of the Pilot Kakuno fountain pen. The nib is quite fine. I don't see anything on the pen that references the size of the nib, nor do I see anything on the packaging, which is quite interesting. It is thin compared to my Jinhao 35 fountain pen. That was actually one of the reasons I initially wasn't going to use this fountain pen, because I thought it looked pretty thick, especially because my handwriting is so small. It grew on me. I think the fact that this pen just glides on the page, I don't know, there's just something fun and even like romantic when it comes to writing with a fountain pen. However, now having tried the Pilot Kakuno, the nib is much smaller, so the writing is, I mean, it looks like a 0.3, and then this here looks like a 0.5. I like the way that the pen writes. I'm not entirely sure about the ink. I know this will only come with experience, but the ink is questionable, because when I was writing on the back of this envelope, I don't know if it's because it's an envelope and maybe it's not the best paper quality, but I don't know what it's called, but sometimes when you're writing the ink, there's just a little bit of, I'm sure there's a term for this, but it's like when you write, the ink drags a little, or like it kind of spiders out. Like you can see bits and pieces of the ink like outside of what you wrote, because it kind of just bled through the paper. I don't know if that makes any sense. When I was writing on my weekly insert, which this is the cloth and paper dated weekly time blocking insert, it didn't do that. So I don't know. Interesting. Just interesting observation. If I haven't already said this, I am very, very new to fountain pens. So my knowledge, my expectations, my understanding of what is considered a good fountain pen, the bar's pretty low. I think for me, it's if it makes me feel good when I'm writing, like it just glides on the paper, that alone will just make me very happy. So, so far, so good. I'll let you guys all know how this works out. I spent the last couple of hours making a lasagna soup. It's actually for tonight for dinner, but the reason I'm making it early is because I'm pretty much going to be gone all day. I'm going to be leaving in about 5 minutes. I'm heading to the Las Vegas Book Festival, and I get to see Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am so excited. After the Las Vegas Book Festival, I am taking my son on a little, it's like one of those free Halloween events that one of the neighborhoods in the city is hosting. So we're going to be meeting up with his friends and probably collecting candy and playing games and stuff like that. So Yeah, we're probably not going to get home until about 7. And so I just want dinner to already be ready. So I made lasagna soup, a recipe that my sister gave me. And I wish I would have vlogged last month, book club specifically, because we did a soup tasting. So every member who came to book club made a soup. We all got to taste it. I bought little to-go containers for everyone to bring home with them. And then I also made recipe cards of all of the soups so that people could bring them home with them and make them. And so lasagna soup was a soup that my sister made. It's super hearty but delicious and painful. It has cheese in it. It has whole milk in it. So your girl who is lactose intolerant just eats it and suffers. I'm using my Rosie tote bag, and I've got a couple of things in here. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but I have my little pouch that has all of my essentials. I have my lip gloss in here, my wallet, I have wipes, hand sanitizer, lotion, lip gloss, gum. That is what's in my pouch. And this honestly makes it so easy whenever I'm transferring from the diaper bag to a tote bag to a purse. I also have my hydro flask. Did not want to bring a big bottle. I'm hoping that there will be some sort of area that will have water so that I could refill this up, because I probably will drink this in one sitting. This is it's either a 6 or an 8 ounce, so it is quite small. Whenever I posted this on my Instagram, everybody was like, what are you going to use this bottle for? Because it's one of those like trendy gimmicks. I mainly use this bottle for my son. He uses this, like sometimes I'll put juice in it when we're going out for a play date. So I do use this quite a bit. As for myself, I don't use it as much, but today's a perfect day because I believe my friend is bringing me a matcha. So it'll be nice to like hold that and then have a backup water in my bag. And then I also have a couple of snacks. This here is, I believe it's pronounced Bear Bells. It's a protein bar. This is in the flavor caramel and cashew. And this is my favorite protein bar. It tastes like a Milky Way. Like, yes, there is like a little aftertaste of protein, which most protein bars do have. 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, which is insane to me. Insane that there's only 1 gram of sugar and then 200 calories per bar. I bought these for my son, but I honestly enjoy eating these. These are just probiotic strawberry yogurt bites. So good. I love eating these when I have like a sweet tooth. I've got my Ray-Bans. And then, of course, Daisy Jones and the Six. If by any chance she does a signing after her talk, I've got a book in hand for her to sign. Anywho, I'm going to head out now, and it's going to be a fun day.
Let's give a big, warm Las Vegas welcome to Taylor Jenkins Reid.
I am very excited to be in Las Vegas, and also thank you all for coming out.
We need to talk about Taylor Jenkins Reid. I still can't believe I got to see her in person. We were so close to the front, like I could see her face and like her talking. I've always been a fan of her books. I've enjoyed most of them. I think the only one that I wasn't crazy about was Carrie Soto is Back, but I am willing to give that book a chance. I think for book club next year, I'm going to add that to the lineup. But if you have no idea who Taylor Jenkins Reid is, she has written The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Daisy Jones and the Six, Malibu Rising, and then as of recently, she came out with Atmosphere, and I cannot remember for the life of me if I have talked about that in any of my vlogs, but I loved that book. It is about women who are in I believe it's NASA's space shuttle program, women who want to be astronauts. It is a romance. It is really, really good. The writing it's so good. Like, I mean, it's just easily digestible, rich characters. Like, I really, really enjoyed that book. And I read it twice. I read it for my other book club and then the book club that I host. So that's how good it is. As I've said, I have always been a fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. But my gosh, hearing her talk about her process and how she comes up with these characters, and I mean, just even the way that she speaks publicly is inspirational. I was so moved by her. I love her because it's one thing to like an author's writing, but then when you get to like hear someone talk and just better understand them as a person, it just adds another layer to why I love her book so much. I will say I am in a huge reading slump. Like, I'm reading maybe 1 to 2 books a month. Lucky me, I have already hit my reading goal. My reading goal this year was 30 books, the same thing that I had last year. But this year I have surpassed my goal. I think I'm pretty close to 40, which is why I'm kind of just soaking in all of these, just trying to be present in the moment. We're in the last quarter of the year, the holidays are here, and I just really want to spend time with my family, with friends, make memories, and yeah, anywho, I'm going to go open some packages. I know exactly what is in the Rosie box because these are mainly, or at least most of the inserts that I'll be using in 2026. And then this here is the cloth and paper subscription box for October. It's baby blue tape, big indicator of what the color is for the month. And I'm so excited because for the first time in a couple of months, I was actually paying attention to the items in the box. So super excited to finally open this up. Oh, wow. This notepad is really, really nice. Like, I love how long it is. I'm a little regretful. I wish I would have gotten 2 of these, like one for myself. But this I bought specifically for my end of year giveaway. If you are new here to the channel, I don't do giveaways throughout the year unless it's some sort of like partnership with a brand. But me personally, like something that I'm funding myself, I like to do a massive giveaway at the end of the year. It takes place in December. The giveaway is in tandem with my videos in December. Before it was more like I think I was calling it 12 days of stationery, and I would release a video every day for 12 days, like up until Christmas. And in each video, I would, share an item that would be included in the giveaway. And this is going to be one of them. So you get a sneak peek. I bought these monthly dividers, 1 through 12. I don't know if I'm going to use these next year, but I just thought this would be nice to include in my collection. I think next year, my planner is going to be divided by my monthly overview. All of that will be in one section, and then my weeklies. I am so excited for my weekly inserts. So these are Rosie's new week on one page inserts. You get a priority section in the top left-hand corner, and then you get a little box for each day of the week, which my plan is to use those boxes for time-sensitive things. And then the big column in the top right-hand corner is a task list, and that would be my weekly to-do list. You can track 4 habits and then a notes section. And then I also got a dashboard, 26 for the year. So I may or may not be using this at the start of the year, but we'll see, because I already have a dashboard in mind, but because this, at least the top layer, the number 26, that is opaque. So I might be able to layer that over the dashboard I plan on using. So hopefully that works out. This is my quarterly overview. I'm trying something new for 2026. These are quarterly inserts, and I plan on using these for my monthly goals. Seeing my goals per quarter might be better for me to see my overall progress. I used something like this a couple of years ago and it worked really well. But then when I believe it was last year, I tried incorporating this format with the goal pages. So when I say goal pages, I mean like the one that I'm currently using in my planner. That one is it's an entire page dedicated to my goals. And so you can't really use both unless you want to write the same thing twice. I'm switching things up in 2026. I'm super, super excited for all these inserts. Okay. The reason I am so excited for this box is because, really, it's the baby blue. I love this pop of blue. I get a notebook. Oh my gosh. This is really, really pretty. Look at this shade. These match my Jordans. This pouch is completely different than the pouches we've received in the past. I wonder if this is the new design, and maybe, I don't know, the rest of the year or next year, we're going to be getting some different colors. I like this because it's puffy. So that means if I have my Kindle in here or anything that is fragile, at least there'll be a little bit of protection. Not that I need another notebook, but it's just so pretty. And this here it's a suede material. Wow, the quality is just, and wow, the paper is so different. I was just talking to a friend the other day about Cloth and Paper's paper, and it's so different. So different. The paper, there's a little bit more cream, so it looks a little more yellow, not necessarily a true white, but it's soft. This is really, really soft. Chances are I probably won't use it because I'm such a hoarder when it comes to my notebooks. I would more likely be giving this to someone as a gift than using it myself. This is nice. I would probably use this to either, I don't know, put up a Polaroid on my desk, or maybe the monthly overview, those little deco cards that I received from Cloth and Paper, a new dashboard, new inserts. Ooh, I think this is the Mindful Moments dashboard. Huh. It's just, it's a dashboard, but I feel like you could use it. There's a box for each day of the year. This would be really cool to use as a mood tracker. Stickers. Oh gosh. And these are velvet stickers. I love that Cloth and Paper are switching up just the texture. I'm going to pop this deco card in my planner. Actually, let me show you how this looks. This is what the metal clip looks like with a card in it. So pretty. Now, the problem with a metal clip, I don't know if you can see it, but there's just a bunch of fingerprints. It's hard to keep this thing clean. This here is a dossier, DOSSIER journaling card set. You get that deco card, which almost looks like, I don't know, dried ink or some sort of watercolored pattern. And then here is a really cute journaling card with pretty cursive. It says, "Giving takes energy. It's important to recognize where your energy flows and when it needs to be recharged. Protecting your space isn't selfish, it's essential. What boundary can you honor for yourself this week?" And then there is a third card. And I guess this would be where you would put your answer. I think I would just leave it as it is and just add this to my deco card collection. And then last but not least, a Polaroid. with a splash of blue. Yeah, I'm really happy with everything in this box. Like, aside from the Rosie inserts that I purchased, like, I can see myself using this deco card, metal clip, love the journal. Not that I would use it, but I mean, it's too pretty for me to use. Like, I would just add this to my journal collection. The stickers I would use, the Polaroid, dashboard. I guess if I'm looking at everything that came in the sub box, the only thing I wouldn't use immediately are probably these intention inserts. I already have inserts that help me with all of my work stuff, so this wouldn't help me. But I do love the idea of adding this to my stationery collection because, as many of you know, the reason I get the cloth and paper sub box every month is just to add to my A6 collection. And I'm really starting to build a collection. I'm really happy with everything that I have. This is probably my favorite box yet. Almost forgot pens. So this is a half sugar highlighter. I don't know what the brand is, but this is half sugar highlighter. It also came with the Pilot G2 Mini. I can't remember the last time I was using this pen, maybe back in college, but I was using the normal size pen, like in terms of the length. This one is much shorter than the regular pen. It's so cute. Like, I love how small it is. I think I might give this to my 3-year-old.